Guys, I'm back from my trip and I just really wanted to come at you guys on this second most complicated part I've made. You can see here the air. I literally just got done probing it. That's why the spindle is right over the top of it. But you can see all the mess ups in here from where it started to rise up and come out of the fixture. Come on, there we go. And then you can see this giant chunk of metal on two of my new vices. Absolutely solid as fuck, just amazing. And this thing is just begging to be machined now. Yes, it won't be perfect because there's gonna be some fuck up, but yeah, let's machine this, guys. Guys, yesterday, I don't really want to get into it, but I had to just stop filming because the machine acts. I had issues with the machine that I had to turn the machine off halfway through the operation, the adaptive removal that I was doing to make it to this point, because I did it this morning. But here we are, feeling much better today. Things were it was a weird day yesterday. I got back from traveling. My mind was just not in the zone. But now I have this fully adaptively removed, which means we can start to do the perimeter of this guy. And well, actually, I'm sorry. Then we're going to do another adaptive removal to go down to the halfway point, and then we can do all the finishing. Drill some holes, throw some chamfers on, and then we're done. This part might be a bit loose on the sides, maybe even on the back a little bit, so maybe a little bit in the middle and probably a lot on the sides, and then on the tips of these guys, because what happened is it rocked up this way. It rocked up this way when it failed last time, and it cut in this way and then into this ground. So I was able to get the Z height fixed just by dropping the Z height, but as it rotated, it pushed in, and you can see here, maybe easier just to show you, that these guys right here's a little ledge right there. And I might have been able to go all the way back now and completely cut it, but I didn't. I'm just not going to. I didn't want to mess with that. I just want to drop it a little bit, and it's going to get this part close enough to do what it needs to do. Hopefully I left enough stock on the outsides that when I go in and do that perimeter, it doesn't get super loose. So the fact that I left some stock, I don't know how much I left. If I only left 3 thou, probably not going to work, but I think I left 6. Which means this part might be a little bit sloppy in that particular side. It's okay. It's totally okay. This is the Mark 1. It's a low tolerance part. This thing is going to work just fine. And next time we machine a part just like this, which I have to do 2 more that are smaller, they're going to be fucking perfect because they're going to be in rock solid vices. I can say that the Op 1 will be perfect. We'll see if that MDF fixture plate holds through 3 more parts. I'm a little skeptical. All right, but this is going to work. Okay. Let's get back to doing this. Look at all the material removal. Hold on, adjust my light here. Look at it all. A forest of material removal. This is all adaptive strategies, whereas where the part comes in, it like runs and then runs and then runs and then runs and then runs, but way slower. This has got to do like 1,000 passes. Let me clean this up and I'll show it to you. So here you can see it with the material removed. My tool is not cutting that well at the top. There's these little like stringy guys. Yeah, you can see that. They're like sitting at the top of the thing. Not great. I don't know why that's occurring. Probably because too much depth of cut. I was really pushing that tool because there's a lot to get through here. So now I'm going to do a finishing pass, and where I'm like going to come around and clean up this contour and then the smaller contour, and then there's going to be an adaptive that's like the width of the cut, or the width of the tool, that's going to come in and just clean up this this face here. And this face is already clean. And then we just need to drill holes and chamfer, and then we got to do the other side, which is going to be a real interesting thing. So I ran into an error while this thing was going, right? It's happened a couple of times actually. It stopped here, and then I redid it and it stopped over here. At first I thought I made a new computer stand, and it wasn't insulated, so I put tape on the feet because I was using my welder, and I thought maybe some high voltage got in here and jumbled the code. But then it did again, so now I'm thinking maybe it's something on the software side of things. I really don't know. I've had some software glitches with Fusion 360 before. And then I was trying to reset the machine. I accidentally reset all my zeros at some random fucking spot. So I had to pick up this zero again in the morning, which is super unfortunate, but it's just going to be the only thing that's off is maybe the chamfer, which is just for looks, really. And then the holes may be off slightly, but all it is bolting the top piece on. Sort of. It also helps me find my fixture. So hopefully it won't be like off by a mile, but I'll have to reprobe this corner. It's unfortunate, but shit happens. Guys, I swear this is the part that does not want to be. I'm filming this the next morning, and I just wanted to show you the trouble, and I think this video is just going to get posted where it's at because of how much trouble this thing is. But I lost my zero yesterday, if you can remember, and it may be hard to tell on this. Hold on. But this is a little bit shifted down when I re-zeroed. Didn't come out perfectly. It's actually not quite as bad as I thought it was. But it's probably going to give me a little bit of issues when I try to mount it into the fixture. Who knows? So there's an issue. And then back in here, and I'm not going to be able to get footage of it, but there's some cables, some anti-racking cables that go through here, and I just blew one of them. And they're made out of stainless steel, and the radius around which they're being wrapped was poorly designed by the manufacturer of this thing. This is what happens when you buy a budget machine, and they keep breaking. Unless I'm over tightening them, but I really don't think that's the case. So I'm going to switch to Kevlar string that should be much more flexible and be able to go around that, though it is less abrasion resistant. But I think it's work hardening the parts, and they keep blowing on me. I tried putting thicker wires on it, that didn't work. So now I think I'm going to try going to Kevlar, which is a huge pain in the ass because now I have to buy Kevlar string and wait for that to show up, which means this part might be down for a couple days. That's what I'm feeling right now. I swear, guys, this part, I've made one. Want to see the other one? I've made it before. Here. Ouch. Here it is right here. The lighting's terrible over here. But you can see here, it's in here, and the parts slide. Yeah, there you go. The parts slide around. So I've made one. Though this one was pretty terrible itself, and it was so bad I couldn't make it two the same way, so I had to modify and build vices, and I've run into a ton of trouble after getting this thing on the vice, which is so weird, just glitches and all kinds of computer problems, and then I suspect if my luck holds that I'm gonna not be able to get that fixture to work. I'm gonna have to revamp the fixture too. But I tell you what, after that, that'll make building parts like this a breeze because I'll figure it all out now, and I have some really complicated parts to make on, this is like only a kind of complicated part. I have some really complicated parts to make on the upper body. So, you know, I guess it's good to get the gremlins out now. But this is the journey. Part 2 will be coming very shortly on this stuff and hopefully get this thing working. That's the hope. This thing's gonna be grungy, but it'll work. All right, bye guys.